everyone, happy Sunday. Today is Sunday, as I just said, and
I just want to go do that next week or something.
And I'm on my way to church, but I thought I would start recording right now just to say that I was really ahead of myself this week, thinking it's Sunday like 2 days ago. Completely skipped Saturday in my days, and I was like, what am I doing for Saturday? So now it's finally Sunday, finally church time. I'm excited because I love church. It's like the highlight of my week. I mean, you could be like, hey Stephanie, you want to hang out Saturday? And say I thought, oh, I'd stay home editing, and I'd be like, yeah, I'll hang out Saturday, I'll just edit later, you know? That I will give up and go hang out with someone. But if someone's like, hey Stephanie, you want to do this thing? Oh, Sunday morning, I'd be like, oh, I have church. And I won't miss it. I won't miss it for that thing unless it's like really huge or something I have to go to, you know? That is how I feel about church, how I feel about all these cars zooming past me. I'm in the slow lane, so you guys can go as fast. I'm just kidding. I'm still getting up to speed here. I don't know what church is going to be about, but I think it's Vision Sunday, which means they'll be talking about what's to come for the church. But they're also, I think, releasing the books. I need to buy me a book because I believe that my pictures will be in them, and I'm pretty excited to see which ones will be mine. Next Sunday, my sister's going to be coming with me to church, so I'm also excited about that. But as for today, I want to be able to invite my friend slash business partner over for a little meeting, but also for lunch. And I told her I would feed her. Sneeze all the time. Seriously, I have a sensitive nose and it's annoying. Peace out, Cub Scout.
But everybody know that song. Though.
Yes, better.
That's could have been a lucky guess. Do you have one more soul one in your pocket? Let me see what else you got. Let me see what you got. Well, that's the authorities of the world, whether it was Bonhoeffer during the World War II against the Nazis, whether it was Harriet Tubman freeing slaves, whether it was Martin Luther King during the Civil Rights Movement. There were always movements drenched in the church. Every generation, against every opposition, he always says, my church is always there. My church is always positioned, and I will always use my church because my church is the greatest hope for the world. The Church of Jesus Christ is God's plan A, and there ain't no plan B. God is going to always use his church.
Mix.
Oh yeah, no, it's real delicious.
I just want to go do that next week or something.
Take a taste
morning.
of the
Hey, you guys. So that was a little bit of church right there. And now I am stopping by Walmart for some groceries and lunch. I've been actually eating stuff in the pantry, but some things I can't make without other ingredients. I don't know why it's making that noise. Anyway, so yeah, now I am at Walmart to get that, but I'm also waiting on Betsy because she's part of the teardown team. What are you waiting for, car? Are you kidding me? I don't think he even saw me because you didn't even stop. You're just going for it. That's what you're doing. Okay. Walmart people, seriously. He's like looking the other way and then still going, and I'm over here like, I could totally be trying to go in front of you right now because I am not at a stop, and you should be. Technically there's no stop sign, but I don't know, there should be. Cars, people, whatever. Here's a parking spot. Yeah, no. Nope, that's not a parking spot. Here's one. I am parked 10 miles away, basically. That's what's gonna happen right now. Anyway, I'm gonna put this sun visor on so that, sorry. That's what's happening. I am at Walmart and I'm gonna go get some potatoes and just a few grocery items. Also just to relax in the air conditioner while I wait for Betsy to finish what she's doing. That way, am I sweating right here? It looks shiny on the video. Oh my gosh. I just had a cough attack. I'm not crying, I promise. But I could sound like I'm crying. Hi guys, I did not record during my meeting, but I will give an update on the business because it's slowly coming together. My voice is gonna sound funny because of whatever I choked on. I'm actually chilling, watching Netflix on my laptop, and then I started choking and I paused my show so that I could deal with it. And I felt like vlogging. Today we went over business license, getting our name registered, and permits and stuff like that that might be required. At the moment, not much is required because we don't have anything going on, but our next step is for me not to die. Our next step is for Betsy to get all of the pieces together and complete her collection so that we have a set to get them produced. But right now, our next step is actually to work with my sister. My sister doesn't know this because I've actually yet to tell her, and I'm laughing because she watches my vlogs now. My goal is to tell her tonight if I can get myself to stop a little bit on Netflix. I want to run by her this chance to do a prototype for us. I think we can learn from that too, especially Betsy, in what to draw for someone who's going to create her designs. And so since my sister has a lot of experience in looking at a picture, like she does this for cosplaying and costumes, she'll look at a photo or a video or whatever of a certain character. I think she draws out the outfits as well and the pieces that she'll be needing. She just, it's so detailed that I feel like this is much easier to go off of just like fashion designs as opposed to a detailed, crazy looking costume. So I'm really hoping that this is something that will help Betsy learn what she needs to detail on her drawings. So if we work with my sister, who's, you know, family, for me at least, then it's a lot easier because it's like a learning process for both of us. You know, my sister can be like, how do you want it like this? How do you want that? And then that helps Betsy in future drawings to specify these things and also to go into details for the rest of the collection. And so we're going to start off with one or possibly two, but definitely we're going to start off with one outfit, which is a romper. And I guess she picked the romper because she loved how it came out. It's really cute, but also because I happen to be a big fan of rompers. So she chose that one, and she's gonna get fabric samples for each piece of the outfit and what part is what and what she envisions it. And also, I think, because I asked her, like, you need to draw the back of your outfit, right, so that we know what the back looks like. So she said yeah, she'll draw the back. And so my sister's coming next weekend and she's gonna come to church, which Betsy got really excited so because she wants to meet my sister. And so next Sunday will be really cool because then she's gonna bring all her drawings too. She's like really excited. That is what we were going over today, but we also were getting ahead of ourselves, but for fun. I like to do this a lot too, and looking at office spaces for the future because I definitely want to turn this business into a bigger environment with office space and a room for a studio for the pictures and stuff. That way there's an office for like all the stuff that I do as the CEO, and then I want Betsy to have her space for where she does her drawings and designs and all that stuff that she's probably going to spend a lot of time doing. That way we'll both have our space, and then I want to be able to have some extra office space and desks and stuff like that for the other people that we will need, which I'm still learning, like what roles exactly do you have in
an office area. You know, there might be a receptionist at one point. Like, this is stuff later on, but I'm thinking ahead so that I know, you know, how much space I'm going to want someday and who am I going to need, so that I understand, like, you got to get to that point. So it's really nice to see an end goal, not an end goal, but like a future goal, like 3 years from now, 5 years from now. My vision, I guess you could say, for a year from now would be at least have a tiny core crew. That core crew would be me, Betsy, Rosie if she sticks with us. She wants to help with PR, probably our graphic artist, so that we can have someone who does the branding and stuff for our website and logo and all that stuff. And then there will be other this is random, but I sincerely hate the charging cord for Macs. That is probably the worst one. I always thought it was cool too. I'd see people charge theirs and it'd like magnetically stick in. I'm like, wow, that's weird but cool, you know? And then once I had it and I moved my laptop around and it just yanks right out, falls right out easily. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So it's really annoying. But anyway, I'm used to like the PCs, because you just stick it in and it's pretty much stuck. I will say a year from now, I see us at a place where we've got our website up and running, we're making sales, we've got the first collection up already, we're deciding what comes next. Depending on how long it takes to get a good enough revenue to get office space, that's when I imagine office space happens, is once we've kind of developed a name, developed a website, and developed products. But it's all really exciting, it really is. And then I was telling her, like, probably be more convenient to find a place to live that's also office space. I don't know how confusing or complicated or hard that would be to find, but at least for the beginning, you know, because then we can save money in the beginning. So what I mean is, like, have a place where I could possibly set up a little mini studio for the pictures so we can put them online, but plus go out and do like lookbooks and lifestyle shootings of the designs and stuff, but also a place where we can sleep and eat and live. The nice thing about that is, like, you can work as long as you want and then go to bed or be home and enjoy it, you know? The other not so nice thing is, like, you don't feel like you're getting out to go to work. It's just like always being home. But back to the nice side is it's not forever, it's only temporary, and it's while we're growing, you know, and it'll save money. So I might just be talking like out of my butt right now, because honestly there's so much to learn, and I'm not even gonna lie right now, this to me is exciting. And especially when I was sitting there with Betsy today, you know, I'm telling her all the things that I researched already, all the things I'm thinking about, and I kind of told her, you look into manufacturers because I want you to feel like people are producing your products the way you want them to. Like, feel free to have that freedom. Meanwhile, I'm doing all of the like crazy stuff, but there are a few things where she was confused about, or she wasn't sure, or even math and stuff like that. Like, it really showed me the difference between me and her. It really showed me that I believe that I do have what it takes, because I look at my past and I look at everything I have accomplished was things that I just went and did on my own. And when I realized that and like think about it, well, I've always kind of known this, but I've never put it in a business perspective. Running my own photography business happened because I went out and found my passion in photography on my own. And I taught myself how to take pictures. Like, everything I did was all in my head. I had a passion, I had a story, I had visions, and I went out and showed the world my vision. And I am in love with fashion in photos, but mainly like creative looks. So I feel like I'd have two things going on. I'd have the photography realm and then this business. And the photography realm can always be on my own time. And that's what's so amazing. If you have a lot of followers on your photography and stuff like that, that's another awesome thing, because then those people keep you going even when you're stepping away and not producing new pictures. Your old pictures that are still up are receiving attention. And so it's like the gift that keeps on giving. I'm just too excited. Like, I'm already at 11 minutes right here talking, and I'm just thinking to myself, I keep looking down because I accidentally, again, knocked out my charger. But anyway, I just get so super stoked about this stuff, because there's so much that goes into it, but it's all slowly, very slowly, ow, I popped my neck, very slowly coming together. And I shouldn't forget about school. But anyway, it's all slowly coming together, and I see it going places, and I have like this full faith about it. But going back to what I was trying to say is, looking at my past and what's happening now that I'm in school, is I have this hard time just thinking, you know, I'm gonna do this and work for this person. Like, it's like I can never get myself to stick to working for someone, because I'm so used to being my own boss. I'm so used to providing money off of my own skills, and not like, I didn't last at Ross that long because I just, well, school, I put school first, but I was like, I don't want to deal with that anymore. It was just a stress I didn't want. So I actually personally chose school over money. I chose to just focus on what I'm doing right now. As much as I could have used that extra cash to help me out, I was just like stressed. I might have to do it again, you know, just for extra cash. But the point is, I'm so used to doing things myself, and that is kind of something that shapes me into who I am, the things that I've accomplished on my own. And usually Like even the stuff, like if I really need something or want something, I'll think in my head, I'll see the bigger picture and think if I get this, I'll do that. Like I don't have much discipline unless I have a debt, if that makes sense. So for an easy example is this computer. I probably wouldn't be able to save up for it, but I would be able to pay off the debt, if that makes sense, because then there's that pressure of debt. If I don't have a pressure of debt, I usually don't just like save up for stuff. I guess I used to. Maybe it's hard to say because I haven't had a job in like 3 years besides Ross. I don't know. But anyway, so I just think like I'm the type of person who you would see on YouTube who, you know, you can basically record and do videos, or if you're a creative person, because I consider myself creative, then like I can do whatever I want. If I decide, you know, I want to do videos on my photography, do videos on my photography. You know, I want to do videos on my video work, do videos on my video work. You know, I want to do videos on my music, do videos on my music. You know, I want to do a music video, do a music video. And now with this fashion thing, it's like I want to do videos on this fashion stuff. Let's do our own little fashion show, you know? Then I can. And so that's the exciting thing. Is it's like it's all coming together, and I really feel like God really surprised me in this, but I really do feel like God is putting this on my heart to create an entity, I guess. And it's a lot. Like it's, I guess if you really think about it, it's like God is asking for a lot because I'm capable, and not because I personally just by myself am capable, but because He is able. And I don't know if you're watching this and you saw a video in the past, probably not, because I think it was on Facebook. I don't think it was on YouTube. Anyway, throughout the summer, after my breakup, I started to go and look to books and anything really Christian related to kind of get me on a more positive mind track. And I read a book called He is Able, or God is Able. And it was such a fantastic reading. Seriously, I should link below if I remember after I edit this, that book is an awesome read. And it really reminded me that the great things in life, God is able. He is perfectly capable. With that being said, I really feel like God is showing me this is something huge, Stephanie, and are you gonna believe me? Are you gonna go with it? So I'm going with it, and I believe Him, and like it just feels like I can direct this in any way that I want. Like I can put those I get an entrepreneurship. I can put those skills now to test. Is that the right way? Words. So I don't even know. That's basically my update about the business today. And it's super exciting because we're getting really close to getting our business license and doing the whole fictitious name, which if you've never started a business, you might not know these things, or if you've never thought about it or researched it, I'm literally learning everything. Like I'm learning what a corporation is, what limited partnership is, what general partnership, limited liability, all that stuff. We're doing it as a general partnership. So that means everything, like profits go to both of us and split evenly. It's not just like just to me. And the reason why I'm doing a partnership and I think between me and Betsy we kind of agreed, hey, I'll do all the stuff, you are head of design. So we decided to do a partnership because they aren't my designs, and without her I'd have to find someone else. Like without her I don't have something to sell. I just have I just create an entity without anything to sell. So I talked to her about that, and I told her, you are equally as important as me, even though I may be the one who said I want to create this, I want to do this, and technically she's hired under me, but she is head of design, if that makes sense. Like she makes all those design choices and what she wants and her vision, and I'm there basically to help her make it happen, photograph it, do the business aspect of it, but also I can give my opinion, like, oh, maybe this color or this pattern or whatever, and she's very open to suggestions, so that's awesome. So that's what our partnership is like. There's no, like, it's not all me, it's both of us, I'm just doing the business side because I have it in me to do that. So to end on all that, just one last thing about me, I guess, is I have always had it in me to teach myself anything I wanted to know. If I wanted to do something, I would research, I would ask around. I wouldn't really ask around, actually. That's the one thing I need to do, but I'm just so used to like, no, I'll figure it out on my own. I'm a very figured out problem-solving individual, and I've never been able to show others because when I work under someone, I'm like, okay, gotta do what they say. I'm very loyal too and committed, but when it's me and it's like, okay, this is how I want things done, a whole nother Stephanie comes out, and she's a pretty fun Stephanie, I will say. When I was in a relationship, he was more of a, I don't want to be mean because I still care about him, but he was more of a controlling person. I don't think he wanted to be controlling in the bad way, but he's very led to decide. He liked to make decisions, basically. And so one of our issues, I did not put it, freaking, do you see that right there? I did not put a screensaver. Maybe I just did it when I was playing around. Anyway, because he was very just controlling is the only word I can think of. He liked to have control. You could see this in the fact that he preferred driving as opposed to me driving because that let him be in control. Sometimes we would make plans and then I'd get there and he would change the plans because he decided he wanted something else. And then I would suggest stuff and I would say, hey, I want to do this, but he would want to do something else because I was very considerate. I'd be like, okay, if that's what you want to do, I'm up for it. Okay, we'll do it. And then later on in the relationship, he starts to complain that I don't really make decisions and we're always doing what he wants to do. And to this day, I'm like, are you kidding me? You literally never thought about what I want to do. That all you can think is, we always do what I want to do. Yeah, that's because you changed the things I want to do. You changed your plan, changed my plans. You forgot whatever I said. You didn't pay attention to what I wanted. You never paid attention to the decisions I was totally open to making. Totally willing, totally did. And so the problem there with him is that these decisions that he made is because he saw and was working with someone who's very considerate, but he was never considerate in return to notice us doing more of the things I wanted to, or equal, half and half. Things he wanted to do and I wanted to. Towards the end of the relationship, that started to open up more because I started talking about it more and I started telling him, like, because you got to be open and willing to other people's wants, and I started being more, instead of my, okay, sure, realizing, yeah, he doesn't get the hint, so I had to be more strict. Well, anyway, with that explanation, oh my god, I'm tired. With that being said, I learned through that there were two Stephanies because there was the one very considerate, okay, sure, and then there was the other Stephanie on Photoshop, and he saw the side of me that when you enter my territory, you will see that Stephanie. In fact, he actually liked that Stephanie. Well, I think he did, that's what he said. And he saw her come out whenever we were at my place or whatever. We're at my computer, we're editing, and we do a shoot, and I know how photo shoots go, I know how editing goes, and we'll go there and he'll start to want to take over, edit it himself, reach over, you know. He did that when we were just friends too. And I remember when we were just friends and he was doing it, I was like, he's getting really close, he keeps touching my hand. I remember calling my mom like, Mom, I think he likes me. He is not aware of the fact that that's what girls are going to think. You can't just be all over them and then not expect him to think that. Anyway, once we're in a relationship, like 2 years later, I actually learned that he's just very controlling, and that was his way of controlling, is taking over the mouse. So I had more confidence once we were in a relationship because I'm like, no, I know what he's doing. And so I remember just saying like, nope, I got this, you just stay over there. And then he would be like, you're right, sorry. And like, I saw this weird twist of roles with us, which was really funny and really cool. And it was probably when I was able to be in control for the first time with him, because I basically had to straight up tell him, stop telling me what to do. I know how to edit. This is my photography, not yours. It's fine to give suggestions, but don't try to get the mouse. Don't try to say, here, let me do it. Don't, like, you see my work, you see my final work, you either like it or you don't, and you said you like it, so you better trust me. And that's when that Stephanie came out. So with that being said, that is the Stephanie that likes to make decisions, likes to solve problems, and is so used to doing things herself. And I just can't wait to finally use those skills and not be that Stephanie who has the social anxiety around people I don't know because I'm trying to please other people. And now it's like, okay, roles have changed. I'm going to be the head. I'm going to be finding people working for me. And you know what? If I happen to hire someone who's like me, when they're working for someone else, like me at Ross, when I'm like, oh, am I doing this right? Oh my gosh, are they like, oh, am I too slow? You know, that's me, overthinking everything. And I know that if I hire someone who might have those social anxieties like I do, then I'm going to totally know how they feel. And it's just so important for me to be that sort of boss that's like, hey, you're totally fine. Like, if you ever need anything, come to, like, a words of affirmation person, because that's what they need. That's what I need. At Ross, that's what I needed, words of affirmation. Someone be like, hey, you're doing great, or hey, you know, that's awesome, or hey, could you just do this? Otherwise, you're doing awesome. Like, they just basically let you know you're on the right track. And if you're not on the right track, then hopefully they let you know as well and be like, hey, so we actually need you to do this instead. But I totally get why you're doing that, because you know what I mean? Like, you always want the person to feel like there's nothing wrong with you. If you're doing it wrong, we'll help you do it right. Like, there's no big deal. So this video is actually 25 minutes, so let's see if I actually got it shorter. Hopefully I did. And if you've watched it all the way to the end, that's pretty awesome. Otherwise, I'm talking to no one right now if you didn't, and no one ever got to this point. This is just a video on here, but if you did, you'll get to know the fact that I'm wondering if someone did. And continue this journey with me as I create a business while finishing school. And let's hope that maybe by some sort of miracle, I will have a place after I graduate, and our business will just blossom. It's gonna take a miracle for it to blossom on time after I graduate, but you never know with God. You just never know. He is fully able. With that being said, good night.